Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Movie ReBrew podcast. I am your host, Keegan Holland, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Mike Jennison.
How's it going?
Pretty good. This week, we have a special guest. It's a kitchen appliance come to life, stove, also known as Liam Garven.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Big
no
fan,
problem.
long-time fan of the podcast.
Long-time viewer.
Long-time listener, first-time guest.
Good.
Really proud to be here.
Don't mess it up. This week, we are reviewing Justice League, and from Cincinnati, the Rhinegeist Truth. This is in honor of Superman, who fights for truth, justice, and the American way. So hopefully it lives up to the Man of Steel himself. Let's crack it.
Got a can this time?
Have you had this one?
I've had it. It's been a while, though.
Have you had this one?
Probably. I've had a lot of Ryan. I mean,
Cops!
I've never had this vanilla Coke before. I really like what they're doing down in Atlanta.
Okay. See.
It's pretty good.
Hate it.
Hate it?
I don't like it.
It's a little more hoppy than the last beer. It's not that.
Is that what determines?
75 IBUs.
Yeah, dude, I hate hoppy beers.
IBU stands for it stands for
Independent Bureau of Eureka.
I literally have no
Urethra. Yeah, I don't really like it.
That's kind of a weird aftertaste, but I like it.
It does a weird one. Incredible can, though. Rhinegeist has the best cans.
They do.
I'll put my dick on the line for that one.
Their dad can. Flannel.
Beauty. Yeah.
Their Christmas ale.
Alright, let's get to the news.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and
IBU is International Bitterness Unit.
Okay. Let's get to the news.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and here's what's making news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
So this week, Wonder Woman 2 was announced that they will move from their December 2019 release date to November. It was slated to open against Star Wars Episode 9. I think that's the right move. It's going to be a big movie, but it would have got slaughtered by Star Wars, I would say.
Yeah, smart decision. I don't really understand why they would even pick that date.
Because they picked that date after Star Wars had already had that date.
Yeah, Star Wars moved there a while ago. So
Yeah.
That's weird. But yeah, smart move. That's the Thor date. Superhero movies do good. Early November.
Oh, yeah.
Thor
yeah.
proved that.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange proved that, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Any takes, Stove?
I think superhero movies will do good, basically no matter where you put them.
Yeah.
I mean, where in the year has there been a like Deadpool did great in February, Logan did well in March, anything in the summer. Like, there's really, I mean, as long as this train keeps rolling, and because Wonder Woman was good, there could be terrible movies in between now and between that. I don't know what's happening in the DCEU between Justice League and Wonder Woman 2.
I think Aquaman and The Flash, maybe? Or just Aquaman?
Aquaman's next Christmas, correct?
Suicide
Squad 2, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Research should have been done.
Find out.
Well, when's the last time a superhero movie tanked? Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan? That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
Which was just a terrible movie.
I need a studio to have the stones.
It had a 9% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, really bad. I need a studio to have the stones to put one in January. Just no man's land. Yeah. Because they do well. I don't know why they don't. There's literally no competition for like 3 months.
People still go see movies then.
Yeah.
Like Get Out did well in February.
Yeah.
Only Aquaman and Shazam in between that.
Shazam, that's right.
So it'll be.
Oh, yeah, we knew that.
But there is no movie scheduled for more than a full calendar year. Aquaman's released December 21st, 2018.
Oh, wow.
How about that? They had 2 this year.
When's Justice League 2?
It doesn't list it.
Huh.
Wow.
I thought that was supposed to be next
They
year.
have them undated, so they could be coming out before that, but those are the ones they have dates for. So
I could have
Batman
sworn.
and Flashpoint.
Which is
Suicide
a
Squad
mess.
2.
Yeah, it is a mess. When I thought when they announced Justice League, it was like basically a two-parter where it was supposed to be this year and next year, but I guess not. In other WB news, George Miller, the director of Mad Max Fury Road, is suing WB. So supposedly he didn't get all the earnings or what he was supposed to get when Mad Max came out. Is that right?
Yeah, so what it was in his contract, there was a $7 million bonus if he kept the budget under $157 million. Now, on Wikipedia, it says the budget was $150, but WB said that they actually went way over that, which is surprising because there was like 3 reshoots. But George Miller's agent said if it did go over, it wasn't George Miller's fault. It was because of things that no one could control. I think there was a rainfall in the desert that year, so they had to move location during the shoot. This was in production hell forever, so George Miller said it really wasn't his fault. I think Heath Ledger was supposed to play the role at one point. He died.
Oh yeah, like 15 years he was producing this.
Yeah, it took they filmed from 2012 to 2015. doing reshoots. So it's not surprising when over budget. So that's what the big dispute's over, whether it was under 150 million or not. They're going to court in Wales.
Really?
In Wales for whatever reason. I think
it's halfway between Australia and the United States.
I don't know why they're going there, but I saw that. Which this is bad news for the 2 sequels. If they're having a war over $7 million.
I guess there's a Furiosa movie in production, I think. So maybe that'll get delayed because of it. I don't know if he directly is involved or not. I'm sure he's producing it. I don't know if he's directing it, though.
I don't think he's directing. At the end of this article I was reading, it said that he's rumored to be doing something with Warner Brothers in superhero movies.
Yeah, he was supposed to direct Justice League back in, 2006, but then the writer's strike totally, ruined it. And it was already cast. Armie Hammer was Batman, Liam's boy.
I love both of them.
Yeah, I love both Armie and Hammer. But the writer's strike killed that. So I would like to see him get involved again. I mean, I love Mad Max, so.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan. Yeah, I don't understand why Warner Brothers is doing this. But I guess that's the movie business. Over $7 million. Mad Max made $378 million. So.
And killed it in the awards.
Killed in the awards, and the 2 sequels would make even more money, I assume. Everyone kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah. Stop me if you heard this one. Affleck is contemplating not being Batman in the new Batman movie.
Stop.
This is the 3rd time in a calendar year?
Yeah. Just stop. Because, like I said, if they had Justice League 2 coming out right away, do that. But if they're not, then he should just stop being it.
There's no movie, the movies that we read off, he's not in any of those. None of them have a release date. I mean, I guess Wonder Woman 2 would have to be. Would it be what she's doing in between
I don't know.
World War One?
Well, because she went away from the world of man after World War One,
she doesn't come back until Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, so it would have to be modern day.
They wouldn't just do a solo movie. No, I think it wouldn't be modern day. It's got to be what she was doing in between Batman vs Superman.
Great question.
As the director of Wonder Woman 2, I'm telling you which way we're going.
I mean,
I think it would make more sense, but I think it's going to have to be after.
Probably just World War II.
Yeah, they shoehorned him into Suicide Squad, so maybe they would shoehorn him into other things.
Shoehorn him everywhere.
Shoehorn. What a slut.
4 times a second. But I don't even like him as Batman personally.
Really?
So
I think
it's fine, but I guess Gyllenhaal is rumored now to
really
take over. Matt Reeves. I guess I don't know how this rumor even started, but allegedly Matt Reeves is looking at Gyllenhaal.
I mean, with the Flash movie potentially being Flashpoint, they can easily just reboot the entire universe and just cherry pick him out of there and put someone else in, and that comes out 2019.
No, there was no date listed for it. I mean, probably 2019.
Yeah, so I don't think this is too big of a deal for WB. I personally like him. I'd like to see him continue.
I like Matt Reeves.
I'm sure that movie will be fine, whoever takes it up. Yeah.
Oh, did you see my Donald Trump retweet?
Yeah, that was funny.
Donald Trump in September 18, 2013 tweeted out, "Everyone should calm down. At Ben Affleck is going to do a great job as Batman."
And he's always right.
I don't know why he tweeted that, but I thought it was hysterical.
In more Lord of the Rings news, is this the 3rd week in a row we've talked about this? Always talk about it. The budget is projected to be $110 million. For comparison, the last season of Game of Thrones is supposed to be $90 million. That's only 6 episodes, though, but still, they're really putting a lot behind it. I'm actually getting more and more excited as the weeks go on.
2 weeks ago, you were against it?
Totally against it. Now, it's as long as they pull from, the Silmarillion and don't touch anything that Peter Jackson's already done, and with this amount of money behind it, I think maybe it has potential.
Now they're going to be prequels? Correct?
Yeah, but hopefully not the Hobbit prequels. Hopefully it's
there's 150 years between the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, right?
I think it's 60 years. I don't know, something like that.
But do we know what happens, or it's uncharted territory?
What happens in between?
No books. I mean, they actually talk about it.
They probably talk about it in the Lord of the Rings. You read the Lord of the Rings, right? You love them. They're your favorite books.
No, favorite movies. I've tried to read them.
I know. I heard
multiple times.
Yeah. I guess this is
goddamn Tom Bombadil. It's the worst character ever.
I guess this is their answer to Game of Thrones. Amazon. It's got enough fans.
Yeah,
it's a smart decision.
Do they have any huge TV shows? Amazon? I know they have some, but I don't think anything is. Oh, Transparent also does really well.
What was the movie with the show with Rob Delaney? That was a comedy.
Oh God, here we go. shoot from the hip.
I thought
that was BBC.
It is, but it's.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Was that on Hulu? I don't know.
That was no. You're right. It's on Amazon.
Okay. I think it might be called Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a ton of great Amazon shows I can't even think of right now.
Well, there's the Mozart and whatever. Mozart. What's that Mozart movie with the
iRobot.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot is on like TV Land or some shit.
I was not ready for you to pull this up, but there's the Mozart show. It wins a bunch of awards every year.
Ooh, also they have what's the like all women colony thing? Handmaid's Tale. A Handmaid's Tale.
I thought that was Hulu.
Is that Hulu? What does Amazon do?
We had a show with Aaron Paul for a while that I never watched. But
I want to keep all this rambling in, by the way.
Wow, this is horrible. I think they make a lot of critically acclaimed things, but not like culturally impactful stuff.
Damn it, Liam.
I have no clue. Oh, Mozart in the Jungle.
Stove is now Googling Mozart in the Jungle.
I want to see.
It's with that guy.
Oh my god.
It's made by Jason Schwartzman, Alan.
Oh, nice.
I had no idea it was by Jason Schwartzman. That's interesting.
Right.
Developed by it. That could mean anything.
Allegedly, it's really good. So
I'm going to extinguish this dumpster fire and move on. So supposedly there is a Super Mario movie in the works with Illumination.
Illumination's the people that did Minions, Secret Life of Pets, Sing.
Despicable Me.
They print money.
Yes.
Movies are not
considered good.
They're okay.
I like the Despicable Me movies. At least the first two. I've never seen the third.
I've never seen an Illumination movie.
They're good. I mean,
they get solid reviews. They make tons of money.
Nintendo has notoriously been out of the movie industry ever since they got burned with the first Super Mario Brothers movie.
Came out in 1982.
Yeah, awful. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen bits and parts of it on TV before.
I've seen clips. Have you seen the whole thing?
I've seen the whole thing. It
looks horrible.
Terrible. Well, because I saw it when I was a kid. I was like, oh, a Mario movie. I was like, what the hell? Even back then, I was like, what the hell is this? But
it's super racist too, isn't it? It's like really racist to Italians.
Oh yeah, it probably is. They do everything wrong in that movie. But I mean, them coming back into the fray with a good studio.
I'm intrigued.
Maybe I'm intrigued. Maybe it works. I mean, Mario doesn't talk, so that'll be interesting what they do.
Like, there's not really a storyline.
Right. Is it going to be a Mario comes to the real world kind of scenario?
I hope not.
Like what?
New Donk City?
I hope it's just an animated series. I mean, this was just an animated movie about, I don't know. Like,
it's going to be animated, yeah.
I hope it's just really, I don't know. Just Peach Kids. I don't even know what they're going to do with it, but I'm intrigued.
And it's literally, it's going to be Peach gets kidnapped, and then you watch someone just play the game for an hour and 45 minutes. And then there's a cutscene at the end. I'm in.
That's genius.
I am in.
Has there ever been a good video game movie? Is there?
Mortal Kombat's probably the best one.
I've never seen it.
And it's not very good. I mean, I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I watched it a ton growing up. There's an incredible theme song.
I mean, Wreck-It Ralph, if that counts, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's based on property.
Yeah. That's what I can think of.
Probably Mortal Kombat, that's like from the 90s. 95?
95. Did you guys see Warcraft?
I guess the fans love that one, but it's a mess if you have no idea what about the lore or anything. Like, they don't introduce anything, they just kind of say it and hope that you know what they're talking about.
What about Prince of Persia?
Never saw Prince of Persia.
What about Assassin's Creed?
I heard that's awful.
I heard it was terrible. See, I kind of thought that one was going to be okay.
So did I.
Because Assassin's Creed has a deep background story and stuff.
Yeah.
But allegedly it was bad.
It's a Ratchet and Clank movie?
Yeah, it came out last year, in May. We saw a trailer tonight for Lara Croft Tomb Raider. And if it's anything like the game that it looks like, the reboot from 2013, there's some promise there. I really like the video game.
I love that game there.
Yeah, the Vikander great. Nick Frost, my boy.
Nick Frost was in a half a second of the trailer. He keeps talking about Nick Frost like he's going to be
I'm there opening night because of Nick Frost.
Like 90 other characters.
It's going to be bad.
I was looking at Illumination.
Really going out on a limb there, Liam.
Yeah, going on a limb to this video game movie might be bad.
I was looking at Illumination's Wikipedia page. Next year they're coming out with a Grinch movie.
Why?
And Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be the voice.
I'm in.
So, I'm intrigued by that, actually.
Pixar's newest movie, Coco, is out in other countries except for ours. It's out next week, and we'll be doing that next week. It broke the box office record in Mexico, and it's only 3 weeks old there.
Making $41 million.
Yeah.
Surprising. I'm not surprised that it broke the box office records, but as far as it only took 3 weeks, it was only $41 million.
Yeah, I mean, other than us and like China, numbers are never that big.
I thought Mexico might have been a little bit different though because they actually have really good talent coming out of there.
That's true.
I mean, they've like three of the best directors living right now: Del Toro, Inarritu, and Alfonso Cuarón, who make Mexican movies. You know, they're in Spanish and they take place in Mexico. A lot of really good ones. So I saw that U2 Mama Tambien or whatever was the highest grossing opening week movie ever in Mexico, but Coco beat it. So.
Aldama was telling us, our Professor Aldama, who Mike had and I'm currently
loves
taking.
Mexico cinema. That's why
he has a friend who Disney recruited to help them make sure that like the culture they're representing was like true. So maybe that's why it's doing so well, because it's actually accurate to like Day of the Dead and stuff.
Yeah, it looks good.
It does look really good.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it broke the record.
I feel like I haven't seen it anywhere. I feel like there hasn't been a big market.
Yeah, there really hasn't. I haven't seen it anywhere. I just know because it's Pixar.
And I feel like everyone's just going to assume it's a rip-off of like Kubo and the 2 strings or 3 strings or whatever.
There is a movie from like 3 years ago that's like the exact same storyline. I can't remember what it's called though.
Well, this has a history of kind of doing that, kind of ripping off other movies.
Yeah.
There's like, if you look it up, Lion King is totally ripped off a Japanese
Kimba,
TV
the
show.
White Lion,
Kimba, the White Lion. I guess it's really bad.
Yeah, it's insane. Rotten Tomatoes this week was withholding the score of Justice League, which is interesting because WB owns Rotten Tomatoes, at least partially.
Part owner.
So they had a midnight reveal of the score, which I think was kind of sleazy for them to do. And then they still withheld it 9 hours after that on the site. Rotten Tomatoes got a bunch of backlash over DC movies about like killing them early, like so people wouldn't go see them because they would just tear into them in the reviews. But Rotten Tomatoes doesn't actually review anything; they just gather other people's reviews. So the outcry for them is always super dumb.
Yeah, that's why I'm fine with it. But now that they're not being impartial, it was kind of I thought this was a sleazy move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was so they have like a new show that's streamed on Facebook that's like Pass It or Tap It or something like that.
I think it's See It, Skip It. Yeah, it's definitely See It, Skip It.
Whatever.
Pass that ass or tap that ass.
Alright. So I think it was just to promote that.
Yeah, no, that show it's like 2 weeks old already.
Yeah, but
it wasn't the premiere.
But
I know, but it wasn't the premiere of it or anything.
No,
it was basically the premiere. I didn't hear about it until
made
the title just now.
I had no idea it was a thing until this.
They should get you in the marketing department over there.
But yeah, I think just with the history of how bad DC movies have been on Rotten Tomatoes, that was kind of a cheap move. Also, they weren't even showing the reviews on there. Like, if I searched it up, I couldn't even see, like, not even, like, the aggregate, but you couldn't see any reviews. Which a lot of people, I go to Rotten Tomatoes just to read critics' reviews.
Yeah.
It's, like, my first place to go. Instead of, like, actually going on, like, I don't know, the New York Times and on the critic. It's easier to go through Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, people say Rotten Tomatoes is the devil. I mean, it's just a collection of critics, so.
I like the site. I use it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, DC fans get so butthurt every time they release a movie because it gets panned and they take it out on other people. So come at us, bro.
Matt Reeves.
Is that showing my hand too early?
Matt Reeves, fight me. Okay, Matt, he's been in a movie yet, and I love it. I have freaking Caesar behind my shoulder right now.
Apes is the best. All right, and the last bit of news: Quentin Tarantino is making his 9th film with Sony. In the past, he's gone through Miramax and the Weinstein Company, but because our boy Harvey is in the news as of late. Liam's best friend, I think.
Yeah,
Harvey Weinstein.
Go
way back.
Same parts, kid.
We both enjoyed botany.
Oh, God. Yeah, so Tarantino's now going to be with Sony for this one. Kind of hate the move. Sony has had a real bad track record the last, 10 years.
I thought it was Warner Brothers. You went with Sony?
I'm pretty sure it's a Sony.
I heard Warner Brothers, decorated the whole entire room like it was 1969 stuff and all this stuff, but if you...
So, yeah, Sony.
Yep, Sony.
Yeah, I don't like that movie either.
They'll probably put a ton of product placement in this movie for no reason.
I feel like they'll be smart enough just to let Tarantino do his thing.
You would think.
Before Tarantino took a meeting, he said that they had promised a $100 million budget and he'd get final editing. And he'd also get, the first cut of the profit or something like that. So,
yeah, I mean, he's done enough in Hollywood where he should be able to get...
Yeah, the article I was reading was they were calling it the equivalent of LeBron James when he was a free agent. Because, people were... Warner Brothers, they totally decorated their whole entire office like it was 1969 and trying to convince him to come. Which is kind of interesting, because they don't make that much money, but I guess just having Quentin Tarantino make a movie under your company is cool.
Has Sony really made any award-winning things? I don't really...
American Hustle comes to mind.
Is that Sony?
That was
Amazing
Sony.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes. Considered the greatest movie ever made. Yeah, I mean, all I can think of is like the first Spider-Man trilogy. That's like positive for Sony. Baby Driver is Sony. But
Yeah.
I guess they have some mixed in there.
Oh,
but...
that makes sense, because I bet Edgar Wright had a lot to do with him going to Sony.
Oh, yeah, they are boys.
Your boys and Edgar Wright, Baby Driver, I feel like that was kind of, that worked out. They threw the money.
Update on the beer review. I am sucking this down. So
You like it?
I think I'm back on board. Yeah, I like it.
I don't like it as much as last week. But that Voodoo Ranger IPA was
That's gonna be tough to top.
It's kind of weird aftertaste, this beer.
A little bit.
It's almost like a palate cleaner, the aftertaste.
How's your Coke Zero?
My Coke Zero, which tastes also like the beer you're drinking. 5 Miracles of Modern Medicine. I like it a lot. I'm almost done.
Yeah,
And,
we all are actually almost done.
That might be bad, though. Like, what kind of percent?
Yeah, what percent is it, Mike?
Sugar. I was looking at it.
Of sugar. 7.2% of sugar.
So this is the highest percent yet.
Oh, I thought Voodoo was 7.5.
I thought it was 7.
7 on the
Yeah.
nose. Yeah, well, I mean, for a 7.2
You know what?
beer, it's smooth.
On
It's
hand.
very smooth. It's not as flavorful. It doesn't really taste like much.
No.
Kind of just a bitter aftertaste.
Yeah.
Into that. I'm also, right now I'm looking through Sony's Wikipedia page, and it is nothing to be proud of.
Dude, the new Ghostbusters movie.
Blade Runner, kinda. I think it was international, though. International distribution. So I'm not going to give them the credit for that. Passengers last year, and that was terrific. Magnificent Seven. This is all sarcasm here. Passengers sucked. Never saw the movie.
Awesome.
So many levels.
Hashtag no bias.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Yeah.
I was right at the Mega Hustle, though. That's like the only good thing I have to hang our hat on. Aloha, which was maybe the worst movie I ever saw in my whole entire life. They made.
No, that's Daddy's Home. It's pronounced Daddy's Home.
Aloha.
The only movie I've ever walked out of was Daddy's Home 1. So I can't wait to see Daddy's Home 2 out this week. How far into it? Probably 40 minutes, and I walked.
Who did it for you? Was it more Wahlberg or was it more?
It was all of it. It wasn't funny.
You were with your brother, correct?
Fitz.
Okay, better question. Why'd you go see it in the first place?
Well, okay, so me and Fitz went. Brendan and his friend also went, but they sat somewhere else. I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. And then me and Fitz sat next to this woman, and it was the first movie she's ever seen. Every joke hit. Like everything was like blew her mind. I don't know. The movie is bad, but I think she was a big part of why I had to walk out.
Yeah, because that doesn't seem like a movie you'd walk out on. It seems like just a terrible comedy. But
So
usually
bad.
those are. Actually, I left Tammy early. Probably similar reasons. Tammy was really bad. Fucking horrendous.
All right, want to review the beer now?
Yeah.
Michaels, are you okay?
It's just beer.
What kind of beer?
I'd like a keg of beer, please.
Hey, Johnny, how about a beer, huh?
Better when I'm drunk.
All right, so Mike, would you buy it in a 6-pack?
I'd buy it in a 6-pack. I don't feel great about this. Like, it's good. I don't love it. Give it to me, I'd get it. I pick many more IPAs over it, but it's solid.
Yeah.
I'd buy it again.
Liam, would you buy a Diet Coke 6-pack?
No.
No?
Like, there's just so many things that I think are better.
Yeah.
I mean, even, like, within its own brand, like...
Of Rhinegeist or just IPAs?
Like Rhinegeist.
Rhinegeist, okay.
Slash the Coca-Cola brand.
Oh, my
The
apologies.
Cherry Coke and all this stuff, but, like, I just don't... It's just not... All IPAs kind of taste the same, and this is just straight down the middle.
All pops are the same.
It's a very, very average IPA.
Yeah. I would probably get a single one from a bar if it was on tap. I don't think I'd buy a 6-pack of it, though.
Yeah, that's probably the better take on it.
Yeah.
I have nothing negative to say about it, just very average.
I like it better than Buckeye Blonde, but not as much as Voodoo Ranger.
That Voodoo Ranger IPA, man. Goat beer.
Goat beer. I actually got it this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really good.
I want to buy it. I should have looked for it.
I also had Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA.
9%.
9%. Not as good, but still pretty good.
The 9%.
I gotta get the other one. The third one?
What's the third one? Like a
It's,
lighter one? It's
October.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. I probably not out now.
No, it's probably the season over.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Loving the Voodoo Ranger.
I was surprised the Voodoo Ranger was year out, because it looks like it's a Halloween beer.
Mm-hmm.
So, Keegan, how much is the Star Wars ticket going to run us to see the premiere?
$17.
What? $17.
To be fair, we bought it on Fandango to reserve our seating.
Where?
In Willoughby.
Oh.
So I think it was like $16 straight up, but then there was like a service fee. Oh, I am getting a free poster.
Only you?
I'll split it in thirds. So pretty penny. I wonder if that has anything to do with what we did last week or 2 weeks ago, where we talked about Disney's restrictions.
Does that cost $15 a ticket?
No, it doesn't.
Or maybe it does now. I haven't been there.
Yeah, I mean we're spoiled. We're on a college campus and it's only $3.
That's heavy robbery.
It is a lot. It is a lot of money.
I'm doing it, but that's like my
once a year.
It's my Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon account combined for a movie. Not true.
Not true at all.
Close though.
That's some bad math.
It's like Hulu and Netflix combined.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm okay with it. One time.
I gotta see it opening night.
Yeah, and
It's an
then
experience.
I'll see it the following Tuesday for $5, and then probably my birthday with my family for free.
It's probably the only movie I would do it with.
Yeah.
Because the adrenaline when you go to see a movie or a Star Wars movie, man, nothing's better than that.
Oh, did we touch on the runtime yet?
No, this is...
So, episode 8, Segway Graphic! Okay. Episode 8 will be the longest running movie in franchise history.
Which I'm excited about.
I'm all in for it because, after episode 7 for me, it felt like it was 45 minutes. The second it ended, I was like, let's just go. Let's just keep going. Give me more. Yeah. So I'm all in for a long-ass Star Wars movie.
And we look at the running time when we were sitting down in theaters and we saw like 2:03. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm paying $17...
Get me in there for 12 hours, baby. Lock me in my chair.
Give me Hateful Eight Extended Edition, which I think ran like 3:25.
Really?
Yeah. 3 hours, 29 minutes. Yeah. But yeah, this one's going to be 150 minutes, so 2.5 hours. The longest one before this was Revenge of the Sith, which ran 140. And Force Awakens last time ran 135. So.
How long is Jedi? Not Jedi, Empire.
The original trilogy all ran between 120 and 130.
An hour 20? Oh, 120 minutes.
120 minutes, 130 minutes.
Okay. All right.
They're not long.
No, they're not.
The first Star Wars is like an hour 40, I think.
Yeah.
It's real short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think Empire might be shorter. Empire soars by.
It does. It flies. God, I love that movie so much. Put that on right now. Yeah, I'm all in for long movies. My favorite movies are Lord of the Rings. And Wednesday? It was 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. And I went to put in Fellowship. It's at your house.
Sitting right there.
I considered walking over here to watch it that night. Yeah. And you know what that means? I watched that till 5 a.m. And I put Twin Towers on. I watched that till 8 a.m. Put that on. Watched Return of the King till 11 a.m. And then skip all my classes. So it's a good thing that you had them.
I don't think I'd do it any movie. That's crazy.
But no, it's called the Two Towers, right? Isn't it not called Twin Towers?
Oh, Two Towers. I think I said that twice, too.
You did. I was really confused. I was like, is this a different 9/11 movie that I don't know about?
No.
Jesus.
Yes, yeah. It's on the mind.
Holy shit.
ISIS is on the mind. That was not ISIS. All right. My bad. Any other news from either of you?
What is going on? Isn't Gal Gadot not technically signed on for Wonder Woman 2?
Oh, yeah. I noticed that. So Brett Ratner has gotten in trouble with sexual assault, and all those kind of things are happening in Hollywood. And so his production company has been tied to Warner Bros. For a while. It was the Rat Pack. They did Justice League tonight. Yeah, so she said if he's attached to it at all, she's not going to do it, and you can't make that movie without her. So, they'll choose her over him, I would assume.
He's out. Yeah.
He's out?
No, if it comes down to them.
Oh, yeah. Which I'm surprised hasn't been done yet. Want to get into the movie review?
Let's get into the review.
You can't handle the truth. She's gone from suck to blow.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Mike, without spoiling, and to the best of your ability,
everyone's favorite part of the show.
Let's get a quick summary.
Just destroy it.
Let's get a quick summary of Justice League.
Alright, so spoiler alert, Batman vs. Superman. Superman dies at the end of it, and that's how it kicks off, with the world kind of in turmoil after Superman's death, and there's a god, I don't know what the god's name. Who's the villain in this movie?
Steppenwolf,
yes. Stephen Wolf?
Stephen Wolf.
He's in my calc class.
He's from Akron?
He's some guy with some hammer.
It's an axe.
With an axe. It's big. He's looking to collect the 3 boxes.
It was to terraform the Earth, which is the second time they're doing that since Man of Steel. I think, right?
I don't think they said they were going to terraform the Earth. Or did
they? They said make it more like his...
Make it more like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's certainly implied.
Alright, continue. I'm sorry.
Anyways, so Batman and Wonder Woman realize they can't do it by themselves, so they have to collect 3 superheroes. Mm-hmm. Flash, Aquaman, and...
Go for it.
He's in Teen Titans.
Come on. You got it. Starts with a C.
Cyborg.
Yes, Cyborg.
And Cyborg. So they have to convince them. That's kind of where the movie starts.
Yeah.
No spoilers? I think that's fine.
I think that's fine. I think the trailers, you'll get the rest. It's all you kind of need.
Yeah.
We'll go through it more in depth in spoilers. Just initial thoughts. What do you guys think?
I liked it. I feel like a lot of people, I really liked it, honestly. I know that's probably, I don't know what I enjoyed it. I can't really get into it too much, but I thought it was a good, decent movie.
I liked it too. I literally went in expecting to give this a 2 out of 10 and to not ever watch it again. I had a lot of fun with it.
I was looking forward to burying this movie And I actually enjoyed it.
It's pretty good.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's entertaining as shit.
It's super entertaining. I love each character, and this has made me super pumped for each of the individual movies that are coming out.
Yeah. I can't believe that they kind of did it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not great.
Oh, it's not great. No, there are issues with
about it, but it's good.
They avoided a lot of the stuff that I thought they were going to do for sure.
Yeah. They fall into a few things that...
Oh, there's moments that aren't good.
Yeah,
but
that DC movies have done for their entire run here. But, yeah, I dug it.
They found a nice balance of humor.
Just like that.
Oh, yeah. Nice callback. Yeah, humor, they do miss a few... One character in particular, they go to a lot for comedy.
So hit or miss.
And he's very hit or miss. But he does hit hard
He grew on me.
Yeah.
He grew on me. It played into his character.
Yeah, the action was good. Batman, Zack Snyder should have just done a Batman movie, not a Superman movie to start, because he can do Batman pretty well.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know what to do with Superman.
Probably you could do a small scale Batman movie though.
Yeah,
if
that's
you did
true.
a Batman movie, it would be like end of the world Batman movie, not like noir.
Right. His objective was Batman's movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sold on Batfleck.
He's huge.
He's such a big human. Yeah, he was on Colbert.
He makes Henry Cavill look really smart.
I know.
Did you see that Colbert interview?
Yeah, it's a little awkward, but
Colbert did a wonderful job.
Yeah, he tried his best. But yeah, dude, he's just a large human being. So weird that is Ben Affleck.
I want my skinny Affleck back.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole beginning was kind of in the trailers, and I watched every single trailer.
Yeah.
I feel like beat for beat was kind of in the trailer.
And I think it takes a while to get to the real plot because they need to introduce everyone. Yeah. But I did like each individual introduction.
See,
I thought those all worked.
It wasn't like a Suicide Squad.
Right? Yeah.
Like here's Cyborg.
Actually, halfway through the movie, I thought they were kind of missing on that. Like, it's so split. It's not really pulling together. But it did come together when it was all said and done. It was a slow start.
Yeah, I
really didn't like it the first hour, but
I was still in. I think the villain's weak. It's just another CGI monster that is kind of forgettable.
The villain is weak.
And then it's more CGI minions that are super disposable. But just the interplay between each character.
And the fighting's not great. The final battle's not great.
Not great. Yeah, it falls in the DC trap again.
But
overall, I think, the team's great. Each individual one played off each other well. And Zack Snyder didn't suck this time, I guess. Even though it's probably mostly Joss Whedon. I wonder what this would have been like if Joss Whedon didn't come in. I know one thing would have changed. That was super noticeable. At least me and Liam agree on. Mike, I can't wait to ask you in the spoilers. But before then,
is that a spoiler?
A little bit. Maybe not. I'll talk about it. So
I don't even know what you're going to bring up. It might be for me. Yeah.
So Henry Cavill is the villain of Mission Impossible 6, and in that movie, he needs to have a mustache. But for the reshoots, Paramount would not let him shave. So in this movie, they need to digitally remove his mustache for some scenes he's in. Did you notice?
I did.
Okay, that's what I was going to tell you before the movie. I was looking for it.
I know.
It's really, really bad at times.
His lip was kind of like too high.
Yeah, at one point, when we first see him, there's a part where his lip is like, there's so much teeth, it's like super unnatural.
Huh.
Yeah.
If you're not looking for it, I think you'll notice.
Yeah.
I didn't notice at all. He did look kind of weird, I guess, to me. But he always kind of looks weird to me. He looks too perfect.
Oh yeah, he's a god.
It's a good-looking Justice League.
He's a great-looking man.
He's a good-looking.
They had another. There's another Gal Gadot super hot joke, but she is still super hot, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not lying. So there's a lot of ass shots.
Yeah, there were.
Like,
there were a lot of ass shots.
Looking up at her ass.
Yeah.
Just blatant ass shots.
And also, they changed the armor from Wonder Woman on the Amazonians. Amazons? On the Amazons.
They look a little different this time. Just the whole
more belly and stuff.
It's been 100 years.
I guess.
They change with the times, dude.
Yeah.
Get a little more sulfur.
Give me more Themyscira. I'm pumped for Wonder Woman 2.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to take place.
I'll talk about it in spoilers. But there's one moment on Themyscira I was like, I want to get on my seat and cheer. There was a lot of cheering in our theater from one specific man behind us. Every time Superman was on screen, a little
weird cheering. There were some Cyborg fans in the crowd too.
Yeah, and Neckbeard in front of us had his phone out the entire time. That killed me. But Yeah, good theater experience. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. I would go 6 out of 10. Would watch again, and would recommend.
All right. I give it a 6.7 out of 10.
Wow! Look at you.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I'm sorry. Thumb is up.
I would not watch it again. And I would only recommend to someone who really does enjoy superhero movies, though. I feel like this isn't a genre ascending movie.
And I'll step in for a second, because some people might think 6 out of 7 would not watch again is weird. I gave Revenant like an 8 out of 10, and I will gladly never watch that movie again.
Fences. Thought it was a good movie. Biggest chore of my life to sit through.
Yeah.
I get the emotional impact behind it, but man, I just want it to be over so fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, Liam?
I never know how to go about this. Because I've been called out for my 1 out of 10 rankings on various things. I always think of it as like a grading scale. So to me, like a 6 is like a failure.
Okay.
I know that's not the point of
right.
it, and that's the point of doing 1 out of 10, that like 5 is an average movie.
Mm-hmm.
But going off, I would say 7.5.
Okay.
I liked it that much. Okay. There were very few moments, like in the other DC, oh yeah, we didn't do our DCEU recap. But
oh yeah, we did.
In the other DCEU movies, there are so many times I'm just like, my jaw just dropped. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And in this, there really wasn't that. There wasn't. It might just be like a par for the course movie, just good enough with some highlights, but there was nothing that really brought it down.
Yeah. So we can rank them and talk about each one. I would say this is probably the best DCEU movie so far.
Wonder Woman?
Oh yeah, no, my bad.
Okay.
Wonder Woman is first.
Yeah.
This is second. Man of Steel 3. Batman vs Superman 4, Suicide Squad 5. I love Wonder Woman. I like 80% of Man of Steel. It ends terribly, and Jonathan Kent is an awful representation of that character. But other than that, I like a lot of that movie. Suicide Squad's a disaster. Batman vs Superman has a single good scene, the Batman warehouse scene, but the rest is pretty bad. What about you?
I would probably rank those the same. I actually only saw Wonder Woman last week. I think I'm sexist, is probably it. But I just really loved it. Like, spoilers for these movies to me watching this later. I really like the character of Steve Trevor.
Yes.
His, like, sacrifice action. I was like, what are you doing?
I know.
Captain Kirk, what?
I want more Captain Kirk in my superhero movies.
And then they could have. This is the same thing as like they could have done it so bad. They could have done like the fish out of water thing so bad. It's like, what are these monsters that are flying? I'm Wonder Woman. But like her fish out of water thing was like not knowing that she can't save everybody.
Yeah,
and that was.
And there are moments of that, but they introduce how smart and read up she is on the world of man, so it's not like total fish out of water, so I think they handle that really well. But yeah, I think that's far and away the best one. Mike, have you seen all of them?
I've not seen Suicide Squad or Batman vs Superman.
Okay. Yeah, you can skip those.
Man of Steel, though, I saw it midnight premiere. I don't know why. I fucking hated that movie.
Yeah, you do hate that movie.
I consider it one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Yep.
And it was maybe one of the worst theater-going experiences I ever saw, too. I was tired as hell. I think I was laying in bed, my friends texted me, like, hey, we're seeing Man of Steel. I'm like, fine, whatever. And there was a guy. I always say there was a guy with a fishing pole in the back row. There wasn't. I know that. But the projector was making this noise that sounds like you're reeling on a fishing pole.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the course of the movie, they just kept flying through buildings. They just kept flying through buildings.
Yeah.
And I don't know Superman's background story that well.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they didn't do a good job of explaining it to me at all.
Yeah.
I felt no connection to the guy. And this Superman is just too perfect. I know Superman is too perfect, but I just feel a disconnection.
You mean looking wise? Because
as a man, he's not perfect. That's kind of like the point of man.
The problem with these movies.
I just don't feel connection with that Superman.
The problem with these movies, you are modern day Superman. The problem with the representation of Superman in these movies is that he's like miserable doing this stuff. Like he hates saving people. It's like a burden to him. But in Justice League, he seems happy. Like they keep calling him a beacon of hope. But if you watch a minute of those movies, like this dude sucks.
Yeah.
Like he's like a whiny bitch.
I think, and in that sense, Justice League is better if you don't watch the other DC.
Yeah.
Because like you can just take it from the characterization from that movie and not be like, what is this weird turn that Superman's had? You can just be like, all right, well, this is on its own. This is how we think of these characters.
Right.
For that specific reason.
Yeah. I mean, there's some corny moments.
Are we talking Man of Steel?
No, in Justice League with Superman. But I kind of love that. I need a corny Superman.
Yeah. No, yeah, man, Superman.
Good old country boy.
Superman was good here.
Yeah. He's good here.
Yeah. I like Man of Steel. It's alright. It was on like FX or something.
I really hate Man of Steel, but I had maybe the worst possible way to watch it.
Yeah.
Tired as shit. Weird as fuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have this movie too. And Wonder Woman 1.
Yeah. Right.
Talked about Wonder Woman like 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Loved everything till the final fight.
Yeah.
Really,
yeah, and we'll touch on that in spoilers, which we'll get to now. Alright, so from the start, that little Snapchat video to start it off was really weird.
I think it was Homecoming.
Yes, it was.
See, I'm not going to take points off because that scene was probably already filmed before Spider-Man Homecoming came out, so that's unfortunate for them. Did that make more sense to you guys, though?
I think it made sense in like what we were saying, that like he's been a dick. He's been a few movies, so it's like, look, kids love him. He was by this fire doing nothing. Like he was just standing there, and there was a fire going on, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, all the kids loved him. He's a beacon of hope for these 4 kids.
Yeah, and they really did try to push that in this movie, but like any footage they've had where he's saving people, he's not like going out of his way to like help people. He's just tackling the main issue and then getting the fuck out of there. Yeah, but this, I guess, is showing how they're retroactively saying that he used to like interact with other people.
Yeah, and basically what we did in between Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
There has been a lot of retconning for Man of Steel in the 2 movies that followed with Superman.
Yeah, because I think they wanted like it was coming right off Batman. So they didn't want this complex character. They wanted like a Batman character, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wanted a what do they call him? They wanted a
Superman.
I'm not sending you this life preserver.
They say like 97 times during Dark Knight. Vigilante. God, they want a vigilante for Superman, which Superman's not.
No, he's not.
So I feel like they kind of played into that too much during Man of Steel, which is why it didn't work.
Yeah, and Pa Kent is the worst.
Who's Pa Kent?
His adopted dad.
The dude from Field of Dreams.
Kevin Costner.
That was so bad.
So like,
I saw the Costner. I saw he was holding a picture of Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
That took you right out of the way for a second.
Kevin Costner.
So yeah, like,
I haven't seen Man of Steel in a while.
This is about to turn into a Man of Steel review, but like in the 78 Superman, Jonathan Kent it'll tie in. He like instills these morals into Clark and then dies of a heart attack. So that shows that he can't save everyone. In Man of Steel, Jonathan Kent is in like the eye of a tornado and just says like, "No, don't save me." Hold, brothers, hold.
Nah.
Yeah, but like that's when you go and save someone when they're about to get destroyed by a tornado. Like the way he died, and so Zack Snyder just flubbed that entire thing.
Wow, that's terrible. I didn't know that's terrible.
The school bus with the kids. He was like, they're like, "Why'd you save the school bus full of kids?" And he's like, "What was I supposed to do? Let him die?" And he said, "Maybe." It's like, Jesus, Kevin.
Yeah,
he's trying to get
Kevin
more recruits for his Field of Dreams.
Yeah. All right, but back to the main issue here, or to the main movie here.
I'm so off topic. So hard. Do you want to break down each character?
Yeah, I'm about to go into Cyborg here. How do you think he looked?
He was too skinny. He looked weird. Like, I know
he moved awkwardly, but that's probably intentional how he moved. But I think the CGI didn't look very real.
His actual, the part that's supposed to be his real face looked like a CGI. It looked like part of like the Polar Express segments.
Ooh, wow, that's mean.
Okay, it looked like a better version of that.
Yeah, he just looked goofy.
Yeah.
He did look goofy.
And like,
I liked him as a character.
I liked him too, but
I feel like he changed too fast for me. He was like just a dick. I don't know. I feel like the character arc was just like flatlined and just peaked.
I don't know. That's been the problem with a lot of these. Can I talk about Suicide Squad for a second? That was the biggest problem with Suicide Squad. I'm glad that didn't happen. I was so worried. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. Is that like, what's his name? Aquaman is just like having this deep emotional moment, and it was the fact that he had like the lasso,
or
whatever.
That was
a great.
In Suicide Squad, when Diablo's like, I already lost one family, I'm not losing. Like, get the fuck out of here!
Dude,
you don't know these people.
Yeah.
And Harley Quinn's like, you hurt my friends. Like, shut the hell
5
up.
minutes ago, you would have killed anyone to get out of that situation. Yeah.
And I think that there was kind of a quick character change, but they weren't dicks about it. Like, it was.
He was the only one that I just didn't feel right. Everyone else was fine. I did like the character at the end, Cyborg at the end, but
I think they said Booyah.
Booyah, that was good.
Is that his
catchphrase, right?
Is it? I don't know if it is in the comics, but
I think it is.
Okay, because everyone started clapping when he said it. I went to Keegan, I said, "That's catchphrase."
Yeah. Aquaman, I liked. He's very bro-y.
I don't like. He's literally the exact opposite of every characterization I've ever seen of Aquaman. I've never read an Aquaman comic, but in the Injustice video games, in every cartoon, he's like a very regal king. Like, the people of Atlantis need me. But I guess like they needed someone to contrast with Batman. Yeah. And if it was just like, I'm dark and serious Batman, it's like, well, I'm very serious Aquaman. Like, that wouldn't have been interesting. So I guess you did need maybe not a bro element. Yeah. But like, he's very clearly not the king of Atlantis. Also, why do they need to go into a bowl to talk?
Yeah, I'm interested how they'll do that movie.
It's all in the underwater.
Yeah, read Jeff Johns' run on Aquaman. It's really good.
So you've read Aquaman comics?
Yes.
Did you agree with him then? Do you think it was a...
Yeah, it's a way different characterization of him, but I just love Jason Momoa, so I'm probably a little biased here. I just liked him in the role.
I liked it. Yeah. I liked it a lot. I'm actually excited for that standalone movie.
He's his favorite character. I liked him as a character, but not as like an Aquaman. But also, I liked.
How about the scene where he just outs Bruce Wayne as Batman?
Yeah.
Do
those people speak English?
Oh, in front of everybody.
Yeah. No, but he calls him like the Bat again in front of someone else. I was like, oh my god, dude, what are you doing?
No, I thought he says you're dressed as a bat, cute, in front of Officer Gordon. But he's still just
Commissioner Gordon. Right. Oh, does he not say Bruce Wayne or anything?
Nah.
Okay, because I thought he outed him. I was like, dude, zip this guy's mouth.
I think all he says is that.
Okay, but yeah, that was
J.K. Simmons, by the way.
Yeah, he got jacked for this role.
They set up Amber Heard for that movie.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll go back to that. So Amber Heard is the love interest of Aquaman, but it didn't even seem like they knew each other.
I think also, all right.
Did he just happen to come upon Atlantis at that point? Like that was a weird scene for me.
Yeah, that was weird. He gets a great slime in his hand from saving the guy, and then he dives head first in the water. And
I think he sensed it. I think he's got the water spoke, the fishes spoke to him or something.
Yeah, that's true. He said the water gets.
But the point, he said you haven't been back, so he's never been to Atlantis, I guess. Also, another point.
Which I think Bruce Wayne commented about Atlantis, or maybe that was a joke.
Can you take me to Atlantis?
Maybe it was a joke.
But
I don't know.
So
what actress was that?
Amber Heard.
Johnny Depp's wife. Did he hit or maybe didn't hit? I don't know what the thing was. She's
in
like 21.
And that hasn't affected him in any way because he's still getting a ton of roles for some reason.
Pineapple Express as like the 18-year-old that's girlfriends with Seth Rogen.
She looks super familiar, so it makes sense.
So Jason Momoa, also known as the Aquaman. I like how they put in front of all the names. Yeah. They're probably like, oh, it's the Wonder Woman or like the Batman.
No, it's not the Wonder Woman, is it?
I bet they'll say it. Though.
I've seen.
They wouldn't because if you say like, oh, there's Wonder Woman, like that's like you're friends with.
That's true.
You know. Anyway, so they say like my mother dropped me off my father's doorstep and then left. I'm guessing that his dad is Poseidon, which would make him cousins with Wonder Woman.
No, I think his dad is a man, is a human male.
He would be like half as strong as the other people in the other.
I want to say one of them. I should go back and read this. I think one of them is human.
Comics, so.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, maybe in the comics, but they say he's also the king of Atlantis in that.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like he's stronger than those. Like, wouldn't he be like half as strong? I bet it's Poseidon. Anybody's Wonder Woman's cousin in that sense. I think it's Poseidon.
And the little incest maybe because he was hitting on Diana.
I mean, it's gonna be a Bruce Wayne and Diana thing, right? That's got what's got. I know they've been hinting at it.
Very Flash.
How old is Barry Allen supposed to be? Is he like 20 years old in this?
Well, usually he's already a forensic scientist, but this seems like he is either like a college dropout or in college or something. I don't know. It was kind of unclear.
He wants to be a
forensic scientist.
Is that what he's trying to be?
Yeah. And, is he working in Bruce Wayne's lab, or is he working with Star Labs with Cyborg? Because at the end he was like,
"Oh, he got a job." That's true.
Yeah, I feel like
I would guess Star.
I guess Star. Why would? Unless he's working in the Batcave.
Why not?
Oh, back to Cyborg though.
Yeah,
I still think he can carry his own movie. That character. Every other character seemed pretty strong.
Yeah, and he's a pretty new addition to the Justice League. Like the other ones have been there since the 40s, and he's relatively new.
It's from Teen Titans, right?
Yeah, so they have a lot of heavy lifting to do in terms of his own solo movie.
And what do you even do? It runs into the problem that Iron Man 3 had, and if you have Cyborg, it's this big threat comes. Do the rest of the Justice League come, or is it all right, well, we got other stuff. You handle this world-ending threat, just Cyborg.
Yeah.
I feel like they can't do that, and it can't be a prequel because we saw him turn into Cyborg.
Yeah, I mean, an issue with doing anything after the big team-up movie is you need to keep it small, and a lot of movies don't. They still do world-ending stuff.
Yeah.
So if they somehow can keep these gods to relatively small, I mean, Batman is easy because he's a man, but
Spider-Man: Homecoming did that well.
Yeah, but again, he's a teenager. But Superman's a god. Diana Prince is a god.
There's not going to be another Superman solo movie. Unless it's way off.
I think there is a Man of Steel too.
I think there is one planned. Yeah.
I mean, or they could go the MCU route where it's it's Man of Steel 2, but it's basically everyone's in it, the same way as Captain America 3.
Yeah. The Flash. Maybe I think my favorite character?
I feel like I saw a review that said most of his jokes didn't hit. I thought they hit a lot.
He does hit a lot, but he also misses a lot.
He shoots a lot.
Yeah, he does shoot. He shoots a lot.
Russell Westbrook.
The East-West joke missed completely the first time. It killed, I think, in the post-credit scene. Yeah, I think it worked.
You laughed at it the first time.
Though. You did.
Did I?
It was a hearty laugh from you the first time.
That was a funny joke. I didn't laugh at first.
I chuckled.
This way. That was funny.
He had one really good joke. I forgot what it was. But
I think the funniest stuff he does is his eyes.
Yeah.
His facial expressions.
When he was fighting Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
And that was the best.
Yeah.
No, I liked him. At first, he's missing left and right. This is terrible. Yeah. But after an hour mark, he was hitting pretty much 90%.
A tough thing he has to do is the X-Men movies have nailed speedsters' superpowers. And so they need to live up to what Quicksilver did in the X-Men movies. Mm-hmm. But I liked what they did with this. Yeah. I think
I did.
And his sword push, it wasn't they could have in those two X-Men movies, those Quicksilver scenes are huge centerpieces of the movie. Yeah. They're a big deal. They didn't drag that out for 4 minutes where he's just drinking coffee at the same time. And so, it was just it showed off his powers efficiently, but also being cool.
And other than that funny Superman scene, all they could do to nerf him was to have him trip. So you wonder how you can depower him moving forward in other scenarios, but
you just gotta have someone who can match him. You gotta have reverse flash.
Reverse flash, yeah. So yeah, he was good. Wonder Woman, great again.
She was great, yeah.
I mean, they keep what you have.
The
Don't
first
change
30
it.
minutes, it was thank God Wonder Woman keeps popping up. Yeah. This movie's not hitting with me, but it picked up from there. But
yeah. And then Batman, which I guess is controversial here.
The opening fighting scene with Wonder Woman kind of was weird.
I think it played out very similarly to how she goes in Wonder Woman when she jumps through the window, it takes out those dudes, and then jumps out another window. It's right after the No Man's Land part. I think it played out very
jumps the tower where the snipers were.
Yeah, it played out kind of similar to that, and it worked again for me.
I think it worked. Also, I know they had to kind of depower her, but I feel like she should be bulletproof. Isn't she bulletproof in the comics?
Yeah, pretty sure.
She's her main power is her wrists. That's her thing.
Yeah, they do go to the crossed wrist flash
times.
A lot. And I think that's the worst move.
And that's what killed Wonder Woman for me, the first one.
Yeah.
That's how she won. She just crossed her wrist.
And she got lighting powers that we didn't know about before that.
Yeah.
Because she's a daughter of Zeus, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, and then controversial, Batman. Two of us liked it. You like Batman? No.
It was my first taste of the Batman.
That's true.
As Batman, yeah. So maybe it was a little more jarring. It only saw it maybe 2 hours ago. So, but no, I didn't like it. I feel like it was kind of a floating in performance by Affleck.
Maybe outside sources are affecting you here though, or influencing your opinion.
No, don't call me out of that.
Is there someone specific? Or just the internet?
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder.
I don't know. I mean, I love Bale's trilogy. So do all of us, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's hard for me to. I just didn't like it.
All right.
And I like Affleck.
Yeah.
It was just.
We may not be seeing him anymore.
I
feel like there's no way you can do it.
I feel like he just sucks too. In these.
Yeah,
these
I mean,
movies.
that's really hard to put him in this group. He's just a man. So,
but he did what he should. Like he was in like the vehicle. He was utilized.
Yeah, I think they utilized him really well. And Superman, bad mustache CGI, but glad he's back.
Yeah.
I was worried that they'd bring him back in a dumb way. I thought it was fine.
I thought we just weren't gonna see it. I thought it was gonna be he healed, and then like
because
Deus Ex Machina, kind of like what it was.
Yeah, a little bit. At the end of Batman vs Superman, when they bury Clark's body, the dirt just rises off it.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe he's already alive right there. But so that was kind of a dumb thing they did back then. But
why did the dirt rise?
Yeah, they did the Doomsday revival again. Was dumb as hell how they turned Zod into Doomsday and Batman vs Superman, but doing it this time, I think it makes more sense.
Resurrection was higher than me.
Yeah.
Except for I think Cyborg, couldn't he have generated enough energy? That kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, that was
he
weird.
was like making planes go faster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's a lot of energy though.
Yeah. I mean, they got Flash involved more, and I'm always down.
Yeah.
I was super.
That was the one thing objection I had with that, but I did like that scene actually. That was fine with me.
I thought there was going to be nothing for Cyborg to do. I thought that he was going to come in super late and like not even be involved, but he was just because of like his connection to the tech and his connection to like the mother boxes. He had like way more.
They did a very good job of making everyone seem important.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think they'd do going into this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Aquaman probably the least important thing to do.
Yeah.
Couldn't he tell the water to stop in that one scene when it was rushing in under the tunnels?
Only a little bit, I guess.
Like,
Like,
hold off a little bit. It's a lot of pressure, I guess. I don't know.
That kind of upset me.
Yeah.
He's got a limit.
Because they did a quick cut then. You know, Cyborg just flies off in a quick cut. Why don't just have Aquaman stop the water? And like, oh, you saved the day, thanks, man. And then they fly out. Could have caught 3 minutes for the movie. And
You should have directed this movie.
Did that?
Yeah.
Oh, but back to Superman. I think the best of the movie was him fighting
Stephen Wolf? Or was fighting the team?
Fighting the team.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
He didn't have the black suit. He didn't have a
Yeah, no black suit.
Supposed to have a black suit.
There was murmurs.
There was murmurs, and in the Batman vs Superman takes a lot from the Death of Superman, the comic. And when he comes back after that, he has a black suit, a silver logo, and a mullet. So I wanted that mullet. Yeah, none of the above. The scene where they show the flashback of the Amazons, the Atlanteans, and the Green Lanterns fighting. That was cool.
I didn't like how the ring just flew off. They're like, where did it go? Oh
yeah, that was weird. But yeah, so we know the Lanterns are in universe, so they could bring them in at some point. Well, I thought they were gonna bring Deus Ex Machina 1 in at the end. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
I was expecting that. What I also predicted, to my notes on my phone, but were wrong. That, like, in order to like people are gonna think like, oh my god, it's like the world's in turmoil, and then it's like Superman's back, oh my god, but then it was Martian Manhunter just trying to inspire hope.
Ooh.
But it wasn't that.
Yeah.
He just didn't come back.
I wonder if he'll be in any of these.
He's kind of.
Who's Martian Manhunter?
He's
an alien. He's a green alien. If you saw him, you know who he was.
He's in the cartoons. His name's Jones or something.
Oh, he's in.
I think it's John Johns.
He's in the Justice League cartoon.
Yes,
right?
he is. Yeah.
But all right, change the subject. Can we talk?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. We talked about shoe whoring earlier, and I thought it was just terrible. As much as I love Wonder Woman, when Batman's like, I have this plane, and Wonder Woman's like, I know someone that would like to fly this.
God damn it! Yeah.
We get it. Wonder Woman had it. It was a good movie.
They brought him like 5 times. He kept jamming it down her throat.
Yeah,
like, that was the worst scene for me.
I did like the how Batman used it to like get her pissed off. Yeah. I thought that was good, but yeah, I know who could fly it. Like, yeah, that was not good.
Yeah. Also, unnecessary CGI at a lot of points. Was it the corn CGI or just looked like it? Because it took me out of the
I actually put down CGI, but I was mostly referring to Cyborg's CGI.
It was probably CGI corn. Like one stalk of corn that they reproduced.
Yeah. There was. There's always gonna be too much CGI in superhero movies, but this one seems.
Speaking of corn, this has nothing to do with corn, but Amy Adams and Diane Lane, nothing to do again.
Amy Adams never has anything to do.
She had nothing to do in these movies. Such a waste.
The big gun. I like that.
Yeah, because everyone thought Kryptonite probably, but yeah, she was the big gun. That was good, but Yeah, she's always just like a tool in these. She's not really her own character.
Way Sammy Adams.
Yeah, the goat. And then the ending again, single colored ending, red sky.
Better than expected.
A lot of CGI, but yeah, better than expected. A lot of fun.
They added humor into it.
Yeah, you could see where Joss Whedon really made his mark.
Carries the building of people.
Yep.
That's funny. Them flying. Them racing. Did it piss anyone off when Cyborg got ripped in half? And he all of a sudden was reassembled.
It was his leg, just his leg. He didn't get ripped down the middle.
Is that just he could just snap his leg?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's like alien tech. So you gotta think of it not as like he's just a robot.
Yeah.
So it's like that's not a big problem.
So how do you kill him?
You don't. We'll find out in about 2 years.
I guess you will.
I leaned over to Liam and said, "1 ring to rule them all." After the mother boxes, it's like they gave 9 rings to the world of men, 5 rings to the elves, and it's like it was directly out of Lord of the Rings.
It really felt like that first.
Yeah, there was a voiceover.
Yeah, Lanion's got a mother box. The Amazon's got a mother box, and Humans got. I was like, oh my god! And the humans are the ones that fuck it up, like in Lord of the Rings.
They were sitting in a room typing the screenplay and said, "Is this too much like Lord of the Rings?" Like, it's fine.
It's WB. We're good.
People enjoy those. People enjoy those.
At least be like a good movie.
Yeah. So that was pretty funny how they just completely copied that.
Doesn't take anything away from the movie.
No, it's still fun. Anything else to add?
To this? I don't know. I touched everything I wanted to say. Pretty sure.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. I don't know. I think just overall, like world-ending superhero movies, they're gonna save the world. They're gonna save the world. So it just becomes all about the character interactions and all about like how they save the world.
Yeah, and it worked.
And
they did a good enough job here.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like, what would you think this is better than Age of Ultron?
Yeah,
I would say so too.
Was that the last Avengers?
Exactly. No one remembers that movie. It was Avengers 2.
Okay, so Avengers 2. Yes, but
it honestly served no purpose other than to get Hulk and Thor off world for Civil War and
to kind of make Tony and Cap a little angry at each other.
It was just to extend the universe another 6 years.
Yeah.
They killed that character that was introduced in that movie that no one cared about.
I need someone to die in Marvel Universe. Like, they should have just killed Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle should have died.
Because no one gives a shit about Don Cheadle.
Mm-hmm.
In the cinematic universe or real life. Universe. Or real life. Not a Don Cheadle fan.
Yeah, I mean, whereas Avengers 1 was like an endpoint to phase, this seems more like a leaping off point.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to build on.
They seem back. They got panned by critics, but...
What's it at, Rotten Tomatoes?
6%.
No way!
I don't see
What's the average score, though?
Good question.
There was, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of, what are they consider, is it 2 out of 5 rotten?
6 out of 10 is fresh, 59 out of 100 is rotten.
Yeah, the critics rate it out of 1 through 10, and 6 would be fresh, 5.
The critics rank some of the rankings that I see on Rotten Tomatoes are out of 4. Out of 4 stars.
They adjust it.
Okay. When they plug in Rotten Tomatoes, they have to go 1 through 10. You can only see, this is actually a fun fact, you can actually see the average rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but you need to go on the desktop.
Yeah.
The average rating for the Justice League is 5.3 out of 10.
IMDb, it's like 7.5 or something.
And see, that's why Rotten Tomatoes is so deceiving. 5.3, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. But you hear 36%, you're like, oh my god, this is an awful movie.
Yeah, that means most movies were just most critics thought it was just
average.
Yeah, it is average.
Yeah,
But a decently good movie could be a 90, and then nobody loves it.
Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't more 100% movies.
We walked out of Sully, and neither of us loved it, but it's an hour and 29 minutes. There's nothing really to say about that.
Fine.
It's fine. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I give it a thumbs up.
Sully should be 100.
Yeah. If you don't like Sully, I'm kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
It's a fine movie.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what this is.
So this got a 5.3, Denver Superman got a 4.9, so it's kind of in that range.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. You guys watch anything this week?
Yeah. Actually, it was a man of my word. Watched all Stranger Things. Knocked out the 17 episodes.
And?
Terrific. I was actually blown away how much I liked it. It's one thing to take place in the 80s and talk about the culture references, but it's another thing to actually capture the magic of cinema that Spielberg did in the 80s.
Yeah.
You feel like you're watching E.T.
Yeah, you really do.
And I can't believe that they pulled it off. The Duffer Brothers?
Duffer Brothers.
Yeah. So fucking good.
It was really good.
And I kind of thought, I kind of blew it off for a year, but...
Yeah, so did you know spoilers or anything?
I didn't know anything.
Yeah. Because, people that go into watching, Game of Thrones now, I'm like,
I have
definitely
so
know all the spoilers.
Game of Thrones.
So that's good that you went into this not anything.
Anything at all. I was actually dead set against this, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love season 1. Season 2 falls off.
Episode 7's dog shit.
Episode 7's the worst thing ever.
Horrible.
I don't know why they made it. It's a filler.
It's a soft pilot.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Just to show there's this rogue gang that if the Duffner brothers don't want to don't want to do it after 4 seasons, then they could have another show.
Yeah, they said that we were kind of getting to keep us energized by doing different things.
So what? We're 3 weeks removed from that premiere, so we can probably do spoilers. You would think.
Spoiler alert for Stranger Things.
Spoiler alert.
2.
I don't think Elle should have survived season 1.
What?
I love Elle.
Man, how sick would that have been if she would have died?
Yeah, how boring was her arc this year?
Her arc was boring.
Terrible. And just having the kids be able to take care of it somehow would have been great. Using Will to kill the monster would have been great. And the cliffhanger at the end of season 1 works because Will costs up the slug. In this one, it just turns the camera and the monster's still there.
Yeah, we thought we defeated the monster.
Yeah, I think they should be done.
I think season 3. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I don't feel like there's much there.
Yeah. I also said that.
Leave the town. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They still got 2 more seasons left because they said
2 more left.
They said at a certain point you'd say, well, are they going to leave the town?
Yeah.
The next thing that happened, I think they may have 1 season left. There's really nothing.
I also said they should probably stop after 1, but they made a good season 2, so who knows? Maybe they'll get it done.
I kind of want to season 1, be done with it, drop the mic, but season 2's fine.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep it around too long, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a terrific show. Yeah, watched it.
Watch it.
Super fucking good.
Yeah.
I was blown away by it.
You watch anything?
Yes. Rushmore was playing at Gateway.
Mm-hmm.
Love Rushmore.
Incredible movie.
So good.
I really did not know anything about it. I thought that the main character was Brandon Routh from Superman Returns.
They were both in Scott Pilgrim together. You ever seen Scott Pilgrim?
I've seen bits and pieces on the
They're both in that.
But it was really good. There wasn't really any points that I didn't like.
No.
Charming as hell. It's basically, I love Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Grand Budapest Hotel is one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Is that your favorite Wes Anderson Rushmore or no?
No.
It's Grand Budapest?
Yeah. And then I saw the Royal Tenenbaums and the same day. I was going to watch all the rest of Wes Anderson movies, but I got distracted. So I watched 2. And then the Royal Tenenbaums was pretty good. I don't really understand why there's all this love for it. I don't know, it seemed...
You watched it this week too, right? Was that last week?
It's a great movie, but no part of it really,
Man, I love Royal Tenenbaums and I love Rushmore. Those are my 2 favorite... Too excited to talk about Rushmore. I did not see that coming at all. I fucking love Rushmore.
Yeah. It was amazing. We watched it in Fuji's class. Yeah. So good.
It's a top 15 movie for me.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So quick, so funny,
mm-hmm.
super charming. And I think Royal Tenenbaums was pretty much just the same thing for me. Who's the dad in it? Who's the... Royal Tenenbaum.
The dude from Hoosiers, Mr. Hoosier.
Yeah.
Oh, Gene Hackman?
Gene Simmons.
In full makeup.
Yeah.
They
don't address it. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gene Hackman. I thought he was terrific in it.
Gene Hackman's awesome.
There's so many characters and it all works together.
I'm not saying it's bad.
No,
I didn't like it as much as it was a great movie.
No, I don't like it much as Rushmore.
I like Rushmore. I like Fantastic Mr. Foxmore, and I like...
Since we're all spouting our favorite Wes Anderson movie...
Should we do a Wes Anderson breaker right now?
Fantastic Mr. Fox is my personal favorite.
I mean, they're all great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Moonrise Kingdom's, I think, is a little overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah, for being...
That's on my list of... That's on my list of things.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, but
it's very good.
I've never seen a Wes Anderson movie I'm upset I haven't seen yet. The only one I haven't seen is Life Aquatic. Oh, and Bottle Rockets. So.
Yeah. I watched and finished Death Note, the anime, and then I watched the American movie afterwards. If you like Breaking Bad, or you like cat and mouse games, watch the anime. It's 2 geniuses just constantly being one step ahead of each other and just constantly clashing.
Like you and Mike.
Like me and Mike on the mic. Yeah, it's really good. It's 37 episodes, 20 minutes each, so it's not super long, and it's not very traditional anime. There's one character who's kind of in her own show. She kind of is a little over the top, but it's pretty straightforward and pretty serious a lot of the time, and it's really good. The American version of it is god awful. Do not watch it.
So watch it with subtitles.
Do you like Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe's good in it, but have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's terrible. I watched it, in Japanese, the anime with subtitles. Yeah, really good.
I have no problem watching subtitles. What's it called?
Death Note.
Is it so? The premise is there's a book that can kill anybody.
Yeah. A high school kid finds a book that if you write the name of a person and you know their face, then they die 40 seconds later.
By knowing their face on TV or in person?
It's just anything. So it's so like...
I can kill
Amy Adams.
Donald Trump right now.
Or Donald Trump, yeah. And it's the face is so like you can't just write like John Smith and all the John Smiths die. You need to have a specific person in mind. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
When they die,
yeah.
They just drop dead, or they.
If you don't specify, it's a heart attack. If you do specify, they die. If it's like, reasonable, it's really cool.
Bleed to death.
Yeah.
Seems dark.
Decapitation. Yeah, it is. It gets pretty dark, but yeah, it's like it's this super smart high school kid that just gets like a god complex and wants to like make a perfect world. It's really interesting. And then me and you, Mike, saw Florida Project.
We'll do
a quick review of the Florida Project. Through the entire movie, I was ranging 6 out of 10 to 7 out of 10, and then the ending happened. 4 out of 10, would not watch it again, would not recommend it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the ending, because I think it's a really good movie. And walking out of that theater, I didn't know what to think of the ending either.
No.
I have my own interpretation of it now. I don't love the ending, but it took balls to do it.
Yeah,
I respect the risk.
It's real bad.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Holy shit.
Wait, I have it here. 8.9 out of 10.
Oh my god, just give it a 9.
I thought it was terrific. I think it's the best movie of all time. No, I think it's the best movie about childhood innocence. Finding the good in the world.
The girl is adorable. She's fantastic. Willem Dafoe is incredible. I would watch him just maintain the hotel for like 2 hours. I cannot stand the mom in that movie. And I think that's kind of the point of it, but the second she was on screen, I was like, oh, just give me this. I want to leave.
Did you know they were all inexperienced actors?
Yeah, I can see.
Willem Dafoe. Minus Willem Dafoe, who I guess is a front runner to be best supporting actor right now.
Yeah, he's amazing in it. Yeah.
The mother, she pissed me off, but like you said, that was kind of the point.
Yeah.
The little girl's really adorable and kind of curious. It had a lot of room to it. Did that feel like you? It had a lot of the room in it. Brie Larson's room. Had a lot of room. Had a lot of room.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, it's whatever. Can we spoil it or no?
No, I don't want to see it. I'm going to spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Go see it. I love it.
Don't see it.
You nominated for Best Picture.
I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia.
If it gets nominated for Best Picture, I will be upset.
It's going to be nominated for Best
Picture. There's like 10 nominations for Best Picture. I mean,
and if this is in the top 10, I will be upset. I'm all in for Dafoe winning Best Supporting Actor.
That's fair.
If this gets anything else, I will be upset.
It's a slow movie. It's kind of just sitting in one part, but
it's a day in the life kind of movie.
Yeah.
There's no plot.
I don't think you enjoy those kind of movies as a whole. As I'm looking at Boyhood over your shoulder.
I hate Boyhood as well. Yeah.
Those are your favorite kind of movies.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I think they are my favorite kind of movies.
Yeah, they definitely are.
I don't know why I said think. They are.
Yeah. If we did the Mike without spoiling this movie, give us a summary, it would just be silence because there's no plot. There's no plot to this movie.
A girl lives in
a motel
with her mom,
who sucks, and that's it.
Who sucks,
and that's the.
And Willem Dafoe takes care of the hotel. That's it.
Is someone dead? Is that the spoiler that someone's dead the whole time or something?
Yeah, that's the Sixth Sense.
I know. There's so many movies.
It's a sequel to the Sixth Sense.
All right. There's more movies.
Yeah, once the credits rolled and it said directed by M. Night Shyamalan, I was, holy shit, he got us again!
There's more movies.
He got us again!
But that's the plot. There's a Nicholas Sparks movie where the guy's dead the whole time.
What movie is that? It's the one with
Remember Me or something?
No, it's the one with Julianne Hough, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. After I'm trying to backtrack, I don't watch Nicholas Sparks movies. Who gives a shit? Not conjuring.
You guys watch anything else?
I am starting the HBO documentary on the Rolling Stones. After the first one, there's like 6 or 7. It's good. If you like rock and roll music,
yeah.
Watch it.
Liam?
Shit.
I'm rewatching Flight of the Conchords for the 3rd time, but that's just kind of in the background. I'm going to be watching The Punisher, which is out today.
Oh, yeah.
For Thanksgiving weekend. Or Thanksgiving week is coming up. We'll be on break. I have a 12-hour car ride ahead of me. I'll try to finish Clash of Kings, the 2nd Game of Thrones book. I'm going to catch up on my Batman. Have you been reading any Rebirth?
No, not since the beginning of it.
Not digging Batman, but I'm still subscribed to it, so I'll catch up on that. And then I'll try to watch 28 Days Later from my boy, Danny Boyle.
I'm going to watch Brave, because we have to. That's your assignment.
What? Why do you have to watch Brave?
I just might as well plug it now. Next week we're doing Coco.
Yep.
And we're also going to do a Pixar podcast, probably all Pixar.
Yep.
And we're going to do a Pixar bracket where we pick our favorite Pixar movie between me and Keegan, and we're also getting my one roommate involved. And I'm just going to read off the bracket now because actually it's really compelling. The 1 seed's Ratatouille versus Monster University. The 8-9's Toy Story 2 versus Up. The 4-13's Wall-E versus Cars. 5-12 Toy Story 3 versus A Bug's Life. The 2-15's The Good Dinosaur versus Toy Story. Toy Story's the 2, I don't know why I read it back. 7-10 The Incredibles versus Monsters, Inc. 3 Inside Out versus Brave. 6 Finding Nemo versus 11 Finding Dory. I did this via Metacritic.
Yeah.
Which I think is way better than Rotten Tomatoes if you really want to.
Yeah.
Are there is any movies left out?
Cars 2, Cars 3, and...
That's it.
That's it?
And then Coco.
And Coco,
but
yeah.
We're going to review Coco at the end. Me and Keegan just took the top 6 out of the 18 to want to have a playing game.
Yeah.
They're stupid in March Madness and they're stupid in podcasts. So. Yeah. That should be a fun podcast.
And we'll be drinking a Mexican chocolate beer, right? Or at least a chocolate beer.
We're going to try to do something. Maybe a chocolate lager. I'm also going to try to watch Raising Arizona this week. Bad taste in my mouth. We lost trivia because neither of us ever seen it.
Yep.
What was the question?
There was a quote from the movie, and we narrowed it down to Raising Arizona and Leaving Las Vegas.
Because it was Nicolas Cage.
It was the same movie in my head.
Yeah, so we were 50-50.
It was this dark quote about dying inside. I'm like, okay, well, one's about not keeping a baby, and one's about being an alcoholic.
We went alcoholic, and we were wrong.
We lost. Still upset about it, so I'm going to try to watch that.
You watching anything?
I watched, for my Spanish class, what the hell was it called? Terrible. Just this terrible movie where it was like, there was no dialogue, and it was technically a ballet, and I've never been more quiet in a class in my life. Like an hour and a half class, just arms crossed. About like, what did you think? It's like, who the fuck? I have no opinion on this. It's like, what does this bring that's different than the writing of the play? It's like, it sucks. Like, I don't know what's going on. There's no dialogue. So that was that. I don't think I watched anything else. Like I said, I watched parts of Man of Steel.
Yep. You plan on watching anything this week? Have you been watching Netflix Marvel shows?
I stopped after Halo Season 1. I have fallen so far behind. Did you watch The Defenders?
I watched 5 episodes, like 3 months ago, or right when it came out. I never finished it. I love Daredevil. I love Daredevil Season 2, and Punisher's really good in Season 2, so I'm excited for this.
Wasn't John Bernthal in one of the previews that we saw today?
Oh yeah. What was that?
I was so confused.
I got Ohio nachos from Gateway.
Yeah.
I was making love to those during the whole
Yeah,
so I don't remember any previews at all.
I'm going to watch. I was going to watch Avengers and Batman vs Superman Extended Edition before this, just so I could have a nice thing to look at. But I didn't watch that. And I think I'm going to watch Moonrise Kingdom, like we said, and Children of Men. Which I've never seen.
Oh my god.
Woo!
That's
we'll
top
talk
10.
about Children of Men at some point in this podcast.
Yeah.
I will talk about it for 25 minutes if you let me.
That movie is so good. Enjoy that.
Alright, I might not watch it anymore. I'm scared.
It's the best movie of the 21st century. Taking, not maybe my favorite, but I think it's
so good.
Quality.
Yeah, it's so good.
Century.
Is it a Cormac McCarthy book?
Is it based on a book?
Probably is.
Fonzo Horror in 2006.
Yep. What did it lose to in terms of Best Picture?
It wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
What?
Yeah. The Departed won.
Okay.
06 a great use for movies. You got Pan's Labyrinth. You got Babel. You got
great for Mexican directors.
Actually, you have all 3 Mexican directors I named earlier. You got Babel. You got Pan's Labyrinth, and you got Children of Men. All 3, I think, are my top 40 all time. And they're The Departed, which is good.
Children of Men's better, but Departed's really good. Yeah.
We'll get into that when we actually talk about 05, but
yep.
Children of Men is better.
Alright, so to sum it up, see Justice League.
Yeah. If you were worried that Justice League you don't want to see because of the rate of the review, the 36%
yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes, go see it.
Also,
you'll be upset.
Don't feel the need to watch the other DCEU.
Yeah, you're
Suicide
actually
Squad adds nothing. Batman vs Superman, they retcon half of what happens in it, in terms of character development.
Didn't see them. Enjoyed the movie.
And if you haven't seen any of them, this is a good place to start.
Never seen a movie before.
Please go see a movie.
Your first movie of all.
Why are you listening to this podcast? I would say try Rhinegeist Truth. Don't buy a 6-pack.
It's fine.
It's alright.
Yeah. Well, maybe better in draft. If someone handed me one, I'd be like, this is cool.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Too, tastes fine.
Yeah. Alright.
Steve.
That's it for this week. Thank you, Liam, for joining us.
No problem.
Come back.
Please have me back.
Anytime. Mike, anything to say?
Tune in next week.
Pixar, baby.
Pixar Pod.
If you like Pixar, tune in. All right, thanks, guys. See you next week.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Easter.
Thank you all, listeners. Merry Christmas.
For those that aren't Catholic, I don't know what you celebrate besides Thanksgiving.
Ramadan.
Kwanzaa.
I should have ended this 15 seconds ago.